Well, ladies and gentlemen, this person that we're about to talk about in this video just goes to show exactly what happens when you focus primarily on DEI hiring and you bring people up in this mindset, this victimhood mindset, and you end up perpetuating it in a company like this that is apparently working on Marvel's next Black Panther game. So shout out to all the Black Panther fans. I feel really bad for you right now. But apparently, according to a headline from Bounding Into Comics, it says ex-Sweet Baby Inc. employee and current EA's Marvel's Black Panther narrative designer is seen proudly bragging that the previous title, Validate, had no white people on their dev team.
That's racist.
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, when you see someone who looks like this, I mean, it's really in the eyes. I mean, forget the skin color. It's really in the eyes. You start seeing the craziness that's going down in their mindset right now. And when I tell you that this is probably one of the most racist things you're going to hear today, I'm sure you're probably going to say, nah, I've heard some crazy stuff. But no, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be some of the most ridiculous stuff you have ever heard. So let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. And RIP to Black Panther. Unfortunately, you are not going to get a good video game adaptation. It says, remember, kids, blatant and open discrimination based on skin color is A-okay, so long as you do it under the auspices of being progressive. For an example of this phenomena, look no further than the fact that Danny Lalanders, now also too, really quick, this woman completely shut down her Twitter. Okay, to my knowledge, if I'm not mistaken, she has gone protected, just like all of them. Every single one of these people being called out right now for being absolute racist, for being just completely like tourists in the gaming scene. All these people being called out right now, they're all going protected. They're all shutting down their Twitter accounts. They're all attacking the fans and then going quiet. Like, it's a very weird thing, but they do this all the time, right? They're like chihuahuas. They go bark at you, they attack you, and then the moment you turn around and even say anything back to them, they want to run away. That's just how it works. It says, for example, of this phenomenon, look no further than the fact that Danny Lalanders, an associate narrative designer for EA subsidiary and current Marvel Black Panther developer Cliffhanger Games, once openly and proudly bragged that she specifically and actively avoided hiring white individuals to work on her previous indie title, Validate, out of fear that the mere presence would create an unsafe work environment for its dev team's non-white members. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the narrative that they want to perpetuate. They want to make it seem as if white people are so evil. And the funny thing is, if you watch her video, which I don't know if this article has it, if it does, I'll play it. If you watch this video, she proves against the entire argument of DEI, right? They try to say diversity is your strength. They try to say diversity is extremely important in the gaming scene. It is the #1 thing that's going to get us to top tier video games, even though we've had top tier video games without it, but they're tourists, so they really don't know the history. They literally tell you this, and then in the same breath, she wants to say on video that she didn't hire white people because the only way for her to feel safe is to be around people that look just like her. That look just like her. So you mean to tell me that, yes, the only ways for someone to feel safe is to be around people that look just like them, and then you want to talk about diversity being their strength, let me in your space, etc., etc. It's an oxymoron, but again, we're going to get into it. It says the very definition of a video game developed by Tumblr, Validate Struggling Singles in Your Area, is a visual novel/dating simulator wherein players are tasked with not only choosing who to date amongst the veritable united colors of Bet and an ad of one of the most stereotypically diverse characters one could imagine, but also choosing whether or not to enable each character's awful behavior and leave a trail of broken hearts behind them or help them along the path of self-betterment, with mixtapes, poetry, and cosplay thrown in the mix. Now, I reacted to this video game, unfortunately anyway, on Hypnocast, our daily live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys check the channel at 9 p.m. You will not be notified, most likely, of the live stream if you're watching this video. But yes, this game that she made, Validate, is one of the most disgusting, stereotypical games I have ever seen in my life. Let me put it to you like this. One of the characters that she can date, right? Because this is all, they all make dating simulators. If you guys don't notice this, I say this also on Hypnocast. It's funny. Every single time we look at a female indie developer, they're always making a dating sim. Why? Because they want to self-insert themselves into a fantasy story that they wish they could live in real life. They want to pretend as if they have options to date all these people when they know they're never going to have those options because they're psychopaths so they make a dating simulator in order to make it happen. But that's neither here nor there. This game is by far one of the most stereotypical games. One of the characters, I'll put it to you like this, is a manager at Popeyes. Okay? Yes. Yes, you heard me correctly. He is a manager at Popeyes. A black male is a manager at Popeyes. That is how stereotypical we're talking right now. It says, Validate presents a smorgasbord of relationships to bear witness to, reads the game's official synopsis, but the dating scene is difficult even when you aren't marginalized in 6 different ways, so happiness continues to fly just out of reach for these unlucky lovers. And look at this line. Look at this lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Just a really quick peek at this lineup will tell you everything you need to know about the characters in Validate. They are all very androgynous, ugly, trans, gay. Just every female that's black is fat. Every black male is semi-attractive because all these fat black women want to be able to date the attractive black men and they never can in real life. So they're trying to make it a fantasy thing. This person is trans and has arm hair out the ass. This person is trans. This person is, I mean, like, it's insane, but it just goes to show that this is what happens when DEI makes a game. It says, given the game's subject matter, it may come as no surprise to learn that its 21-member dev team apparently features 0 white individuals. However, what is eyebrow-raising is the fact that this was not a merit-based hiring coincidence, nor the result of white individuals choosing not to apply for the dev team, but rather the Launder's specific instruction to not hire them at all, which is highly illegal, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, you're able to do illegal things so long as you have the right skin tone and you put a smile on your face as you do it, of course. So it says 1 year in the industry, entering the industry for the first time. Speaking of reflection of Validate's development while hosting a talk titled 1 year in the industry at the 2021 Game Devs of Color Expo, Lalanders admitted that the visual novel has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment, and I know the best way for an environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. She continued, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But it is what you're saying, ladies and gentlemen. Like, if you watch the video, you would see how easy it is to pick up on the absolute lies that she's telling. She's constantly looking up and to the left of her head. She's constantly blinking extremely fast. She's very nervous. What she's saying in that video, she's lying through her teeth. She is exactly saying that. She's saying white people create unsafe spaces for people of color, and this is a narrative that they're trying to perpetuate with Sweet Baby Inc. and all the other consulting firms that work in the same exact manner. Then it says, I'm not saying that, well, I already said that. I'm saying that sometimes it's hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it was really a microaggression, and no one wants to deal with that when they're trying to make a game that they love. Oh my God. Everything to them is a microaggression. If you disagree with me, microaggression. If you think I'm not the prettiest in the land, microaggression. If you think that I should be responsible, microaggression. If you try to hold me accountable, microaggression. All these things are microaggressions when you simply don't want to admit that you don't like being held accountable, that you don't like being held to a certain standard. You want to just be whatever the fuck you want to be and get away with it. That's what they want, ladies and gentlemen. Then it says, of course, this is not to say that Lalanders has since changed her blatantly racist opinions in response to the ongoing discourse surrounding Sweet Baby Inc., who she previously worked for between 2022 and 2023. The dev asserted towards the consultation company's critics, I just stopped taking y'all seriously when y'all start running around saying white people can experience racism because I did not suffer through 2020 for y'all to act like you weren't an ally to BLM 4 years later. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she apparently suffered in 2020 because of what happened to George Floyd. That's her in herself suffering. Yes, that's the mindset we're dealing with. As noted, Lalanders is currently employed as an associate narrative designer for Cliffhanger Games, the same dev studio currently working hard on EA's Marvel's Black Panther title. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel really bad for Black Panther as a game because I would have loved to see a good Black Panther game, but it looks like all we're going to get is the diversity, equity, and inclusion version of Black Panther, and I can't say I'm very excited. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.
That's racist. Damn.